Praise 106.5. I'm Lynette. Excited that there is something good in the movie theaters, and if you haven't seen it yet, you gotta go do this. It's I Can Only Imagine 2. And I have Bart Millard from Mercy Me on the phone. Hi, Bart.
Hey, how are you?
I am good. And this is your second movie about, it's I Can Only Imagine. Now it's I Can Only Imagine 2. Let's talk about this movie.
I Can Only Imagine 2 is the story around our song Even If and how it came to be. And it's the roles have switched. In the first movie, it was about my relationship with my father, abusive father who came to know Jesus. And this time around, I'm the dad with my son who was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when he was 2. He's now 24. And how it was a strain on our relationship, me having to be a doctor more than a parent or a friend to him, and how it took its toll on our relationship. And then music's the thing that brought us back together, thanks to the help of a dear friend of mine, Tim Timmons, who I co-wrote Even If with and got me through that difficult season.
So powerful. And I know that song, just like I Can Only Imagine, touches so many people. Those have got to be the two songs that you gotta play when you're in concert, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, those are our evergreen songs for sure.
Very excited to see the movie, and it's going to be date night for my hubby and I. And I love Even If. We have the last line of that song on big canvas here in the studio.
Oh, wow.
It is well with my soul. And I put that up for my co-host, who is dealing with cancer for the 9th time, Jim Balma. I hosted mornings with him for 13 years.
Wow.
Well, he passed away, actually, of a heart attack. And I told him, I'm going to keep this up here until you are clear of cancer. Well, he's been in heaven now for 5 years, but I still have it in the studio because it still touches lives each and every day. So Mercy Me tribute in the studio.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, and praise God, he's cleared of cancer.
Yes, he is. And he was always fearful he would die of cancer. He did not. Wow. But it's here today, and he used to stare at it every day. Now I get to, because I'm in his seat. Just wanted to share that story with you.
Oh, thank you for that.
And Bart, you have a book. Not only are you touring, writing songs, going on concert tours, you decided, I got some extra time. Let's write another book.
Yeah, totally.
Yes, let's talk about Even If, trusting God through the fire. And you've been through the fire, and I think you can relate to so many people.
Yeah, when the first movie, I Can Only Imagine, came out, it was my first time to kind of watch the whole movie-making experience. And that's where they try to cram your entire life into less than 2 hours, and so
Yes.
the timeline gets compressed and stuff like that. And so I caught myself going, man, there's so much more to that story and different moments in the movie. And somebody encouraged me, you should try to write a book so you can kind of expound on these moments in the movie. I'm the guy that if I see a true story in a theater, I'm Googling more stuff about it as soon as the movie's over. And
Yes.
writing that first book was therapeutic for me to kind of get a lot of that out of my system and explain things like when my mom left when she did, the deeper story. And so when we found out this next movie was going to be made, we knew immediately we wanted to write another book because it was therapeutic for me. And so it was the same process of that. Hopefully it is a companion to the movie and just goes a little bit deeper when the movie can't because you time constraints. And so it was very cool because my wife, she contributed to every chapter. And it was funny because it wasn't until the book was finished when we looked back and was like, you co-wrote this with your wife. Like she contributed in such a huge way. And so I love that she contributed without thinking she was going to be an author to the book. And then looking back and like, no, the best parts of this book are the things you said, in my opinion. And so it was a great journey for us. And for those that, read the book first and then see the movie, I think it'll be great. But if you've seen the movie and you just want more information, it allows us to dig deeper, especially on the just going deeper into how Jesus got us through these difficult moments in our life.
And he does get us through, right?
Absolutely.
Can I ask you about the hardest part for you to share, to put in the book, that maybe a part that you thought, I don't know if I can share this?
Yeah, the challenging part is revisiting. We've always said there's life before 2004 and life after, and that was the year that several tragedies took place back to back to back all year long. From my brother-in-law was killed in a car accident, and my son was diagnosed with diabetes that year, and my uncle passed away, and there's just so many things. And spend a lot of time trying to separate yourself from that season to, it's one thing. It's just briefly kind of touched on in the movie with Sam with diabetes, but there was so much more to it. And as much as we wanted to share, like, here's the reason there was years of depression and all the things that had piled on together, it wasn't fun revisiting and writing that part of the book, but I think it was needed. And so it was, like I said, I use the word therapeutic a lot. It's like revisiting those things, nothing else, just to make us very grateful where we are now and that we got through it.
Absolutely. Bart, thank you so much for that.